The happening. It's happening. Last call. Ding, ding, ding. Get on the train. It's mid-January 2024. And I think it feels really real. I literally think I just refreshed Namebase and they're showing the tab, the happening. So it's more of a wake-up call for me. I thought it would be next week, honestly. But they put it out, which I think is good. You can check it out, of course, on their auctions page, namebase.io. Go into auctions and click on the happening. You'll see it starts in 15 days, 22 hours as far as when I'm recording this video. So what does that mean? What does that mean? That means .web will be available to bid, .gold, .right, but also some others, .opera, .others, .tinder. You can look through this list yourself here, maybe save some of these to your list. But I don't want to just talk about people, bidding auctions. I want to talk about the opportunity for us to do some marketing as a community in HNS fam. TLDR, what is happening? What is the happening? It's a soft fork that was passed by miners late last year, 2023, to do a few things, but the core thing is releasing these reserved names, the Alexa 100K. Not all of them. Luckily, I was also on the side of not everything, but I don't know exactly. It's so hard to draw the line, but as best we could as a community, decided some to be locked, I think, forever until there's a hard fork, and then others to be up for auction. But there's still, as you can see, 15 days. So I was talking, I think, to Alex at Namebase. He says people can claim if the .right owner, which is, let's look it up on handshake.rsvp. Let's see who has right. So if right.com.cn is able to do the verification process to prove that they're the owner, they'll get 503 HNS at $18, and they will get the name .right, and it will not be auctioned. Okay, that's can still happen up until the happening. So I guess Namebase would remove it if right.com.cn was able to on-chain verify they're the owner through the process and unlock the name and get the coin. You can see right at home is already claimed, it looks like, the 1 and 0. So, but you can look this up. I like, Eskimo is a great contributor. I'm chatting to him on Telegram recently. But basically it means in about early February 2024, is 15 days from now, those reserve names will lock, the coins will be burnt, and they'll be able to be opened. It doesn't mean they'll go into auction. You have to open them. Somebody has to open them, just like normal. But of course, the good ones people are going to go for. And it's also an opportunity to get those names into new people's hands and get them into use. So, but also this is a last call for them to get this. So we've been discussing in some marketing groups. You can also read more. I have more at skyinclude.com/thehappening. And you can also see Knowles, HeyTX. I think he's the one that you named it The Happening. He's a great contributor. Also has a meetup January 27th. Let me go back. But basically, I think the urgency here is let's work as a community, not to try to not tell anybody and get these names for ourselves in 15 days, but try to get those people, one I'm going to talk about in a second, to get those names. I think rather than try to just hoard them ourselves, we should try to get new blood into this community and try to get those people that have been reserved names to get them. For example, and also shout out to Simon, who made this cool block explorer that's still in development, but Eric mentioned this to me. I still have to study this one myself, but it's going through the name list, so reserved and all names to be released. So it looks like, yeah, in about 16 days, this is pretty nice. These will be released. So I believe these will be burned, which is a lot of HNS, you can see here. So you can get Blogspot. I guess that's true. Why is that really locked up? But you can get Blogspot, or Blogspot could, if blogspot.com wants to get this, and they'll get the 630,000 HNS, which is a decent amount, in my opinion, even at today's price. Mail.ru could get it. Yeah, it's a pretty nice one. This is a pretty good explorer. Dark mode. Okay, let me keep going here. So, Opera browser, please claim. I know there's been discussions with them about integrating handshake, etc. But you should at least get the name. We'll help you if you reach out to us. Still have 15 more days, but it looks like if it's not claimed by Opera.com, proving they own it and getting a name in the coin, it'll be up for auction. I don't know who somebody's going to grab this, or I don't know what will happen. But the point is, I made a copy of RiskFix document. Andrew was chatting with some other people in here now. I made a copy of it and I called it Community Outreach. So I'm going to try to figure this out. If you want to request access to this, maybe we can say Opera, who's going to help reach out to Opera. There's a lot of others like Tinder. Can we get Tinder to claim it, the dating app, instead of us going to auction? So I think we should try to make a last call push. Sometimes people need that like urgency to do it. So and then so let us know, Ann or I, or just request access, and I'll probably just grant it to you. Hopefully, you don't do anything crazy. And you can put your name or some ideas on that list. And then HeyTX, Noel is having a happening meetup. Bitmain's going, Margie's in the U.S. now, as some of you may have seen, and others on her team will be there. So you can meet them at Fort Worth, Texas on Saturday, January 27th, 2 to 5 p.m. Also, of course, register for our free HandyCon XYZ, our handshake.conference on Handshake, March 13th to the 15th. And of course, the happening will be done by then, but we'll probably talk about that in a session and throughout the event. That's it for today. But I hope this is a little bit of a last call. Don't complain if you lost your name. Like, I guess Opera or others are maybe next year going to be upset. They're going to say they didn't get it. But it's been 4 years. I think it's time to make some moves. Thank you, everybody.